Hello everyone, welcome back to another professional prep video. In this video, I am going to be discussing some basic trig functions. More specifically, sine, cosine, and tangent. So this is going to be an introductory video to trigonometry. So trigonometry is done with triangles. And so I'm going to draw a right triangle here in order to discuss what sine, cosine, and tangent are. So here we have a normal right triangle. Let's let this be 5, 12, and sorry, I know this isn't drawn to scale, but this will make a right triangle because this is a Pythagorean triplet, 5, 12, and 13. And then let's say that this angle right here is theta. Common letter used for these circumstances. So let's discuss how we're going to find the sine, the cosine, and the tangent of this angle theta. So first of all, we need a right triangle in order for this to work. In order for us to go through what I'm about to do, the procedure for evaluating these three values. And so here we have a right triangle, 5, 12, 13 specifically. So here we go. The sine, abbreviated as SIN, of theta. Now, sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. I'm going to write O over H. O is opposite and H is hypotenuse. So the opposite side to theta is this 5, and the hypotenuse is always 13. And thus the sine of theta is simply 5 over 13. So that's actually pretty simple. Let's try evaluating cosine theta. And I apologize for the poor handwriting here. I'm trying to use a trackpad for this. But cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So let's see. Here's theta. The adjacent side to this is the 12. And the hypotenuse is 13. So there we go. Sine theta is 5 over 13. Cosine theta is 12 over 13. So let's go into the last of these three that I wanted to mention, and that's tangent theta. And this may seem simple for now, but it'll get more complex. And as it gets more complex, there's a lot more that you can do with it. You can evaluate these angles. There's a lot of sines, a lot of cosines, all of this stuff we'll be covering. And so this is the very, very fundamental aspect of this. And so that's why it's important to learn and understand fully. And tangent is defined as opposite over adjacent. So this one excludes the hypotenuse. It's our last little pairing of these three side lengths. So opposite is 5 and adjacent is 12. And thus, let me switch back to drawing mode. The tangent of theta is 5 over 12. Opposite over adjacent. And so, oops, I forgot to write the O over A. Let me put that in here. And there is an example and the definitions of these three functions. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about 3 more of these functions. And those 3 are actually going to be simple as well because they're going to relate directly to sine, cosine, and tangent. So this begins our little exploration into trigonometry. One thing that can help you though, and this is commonly used across math classes and by many individuals, in order to remember these 3, that sine is opposite over adjacent, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent, there's this little mnemonic, SOHCAHTOA. Spelled just like this. So the S, the C, and the T are going to stand for sine, cosine, tangent. And from there you can see sine goes with O and H, opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine with A and H, adjacent over hypotenuse. And the last aspect of this TOA, T goes with O and A for opposite over adjacent. So this is what I use in order to remember these, and I think it can really help you guys out too, because you're going to be seeing a lot of these in the near future, and so this will help you out. But with that, that's all I have for this video. Please make sure to reach out if you have any questions at all. We'd be happy to answer them, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.